our annual high school championships, beginning with the award winners at 6:30. Let's pause now for station identification. Iowa versus Iowa State from Iowa City High, the field house. There are the Iowa cheerleaders. They've had a lot to cheer about. Iowa leads 9-6 at the end of the first 5, and we're going to the upper weights where Iowa is probably strongest. Although the Cyclones have lots of power in there too, but the Cyclones have got to have some things happen here. I think they really feel they had to be better off after 150 than they are now. You're looking at 158. Coming on the right there, King Mueller, and that's Jim Farrina.
Yeah, I think without question, Doug, a lot of things had to happen in those bottom 4 or 5 weights to get the Cyclones out in front there where they would like to have been going into these upper weights, because the Hawks are even more physical in those upper weights than they are in the bottom. And
they're scary. They're a scary lineup. Well, 158 pounds. Jim Farrina wrestled Jim Zaleski the last time the two teams met. King Mueller, who had a knee injury, is back in the lineup again. He finished 3rd in the country last year at 150.
Well, he's
That's
tough.
The Hawkeye.
He's tough without question. Sophomore Jim Farrina out of Franklin Park, Illinois, is going to have to wrestle above expectations tonight to get into this match, but he can do it. I'm sure he has the ability to do so.
A lot of people here now settling down again after this intermission tonight in the Iowa Fieldhouse. 1:03 left in the first period. A lot of people we've seen tonight from all around the state. You figure there were 13,000 and some in the first meet between these two teams in Ames, and the crowd has been listed as 12,750 here. And of that 26,000 and some, there were some who were at both, but I think really not all that many. A lot of people have seen these two teams in action this year.
Not a great deal going on at this time on the feet, Doug. King has made what shots there have been, so
25 seconds left, Dave, and
yeah.
You're right. Not much is going on so far.
Not much.
This will be a tough one to call for the warning, too.
Well, I think at this point it'll have to go in favor of the Hawks, because he's made a few shots in there, and Jim's kind of blocked off in that neutral position.
Mueller's strong. He likes to throw from the feet, upper body stuff, too. There's the end of the first period. Well, actually, the clock says 0, but there it is.
Here.
Warning goes against Farrina.
Farrina gets the warning for stalling.
And now, King Mueller. Well, we earlier talked with him and asked him about his injury last year and how he adjusted to it.
My injury was a cartilage operation at the end of last season, and since then I've had to go back in at the beginning of this season and clean up some other damage I did to it. And I've been going up to the wrestling room, and after the operation I've been going up there like half-heartedly a lot of times, not working like I should. Instead of working to be a national champion, I've just been working to get through a practice.
But he's out there tonight. He's managed to win the position from Jim Zaleski.
Now he's tough, and he's proven himself before. He just needs to get some matches under his belt and get in the kind of condition that he'd like to be in, and get the confidence he needs back off that knee.
And he made a very good move off the whistle that time.
Sure did. Stood up and turned in for a quick one.
1-0 in favor of Mueller of the Hawkeyes. Out of bounds.
Here's your tap, both of you.
There's Perry Hummel. He'll be up next, the 167-pounder for Iowa State. He'll be looking for revenge. His only loss this year was to Mike Deanna in Ames.
Jim's got to get some offense going here.
And Mueller's made the moves, and he makes another one.
Jim has not made an offensive shot yet of any kind. He's going to have to get moving.
There it is. That cost him a point. 2 for Mueller. And it's early in the match.
The referee indicated he was blocking with the head.
We're under 2 minutes left. Second period.
Outside, gentlemen.
It would appear to me that there could be a takedown attempt there by either one of the two boys. Both of them appear to have give an opening once in a while there in a double or single attempt, but Mueller is the only one that's been penetrating thus far, and consequently we had the stalling call go against Farrina.
You see Farrina pick that leg up out of there. That's the one that Mueller's been shooting at. But when you're doing that, you're not attacking. Again, Mueller is the man who's putting his head in there.
But but even then, King's not seriously going after that takedown, but certainly more so than Farrina.
A minute 20, second period. 2-0 Mueller with an escape, and stalling point has the lead.
There he comes in, but again, he's reaching. There's a single.
It's the first move for Farrina.
No points off of it yet. Looks like Mueller's going to come out the back door and score, but Jim's got that leg. We may get a potentially dangerous situation here. Maybe not either. Or a stalemate, or go out of bounds. I guess any one of a combination of things. Out of bounds. Well, I wanted one of those three things to happen. Here he gets in there real deep on that single high crotch. It looks like he was going to get him turned for the one, but Mueller keeps moving through. He comes out the back door, but you see there, that's why I thought we were going to get the potentially dangerous, because going against that knee. And yet we didn't get that, nor the stalemate. We got an out of bounds.
Yeah. And Mueller kept his hips moving, and it looked as if the best thing Farrina could do was get out of bounds.
I think so.
Well, there are 53 seconds left. 53 seconds left. There's the time is running on
Okay, here we go,
Mueller,
gentlemen.
who leads 2-0. That was Farrina's best chance yet.
Yes, he was in deep on it. He just needed to turn it in for the two. Mueller scrambled off of it real well and saved the takedown.
Again, they're locked horns out in the middle. Farrina has already been penalized once for stalling, and he particularly doesn't dare get caught back on his heels.
He's sprawled on that, but Mueller's in there. Farrina's sprawling, and he may counter it. Yes, he does counter it. Got his hips back, legs back, sprawled to counter. Mueller really shot that takedown out from a distance, more or less telegraphed his move, and if he had been a little closer in with good position, he may have garnered the 2 points.
There they are. Back to the center for the beginning of the third period, and Mueller's up, leading 2-0.
You're down, Iowa State. Third period, gentlemen.
Well, at this point, down 2-0, there's no riding time. Jim's best bet is to come out of there for 1, 2 if possible, but 1, and maybe go for the takedown. But he doesn't want riding time against him, because then he's down 3-0.
Farrina got 21 seconds worth in the second period. Oh, there it was, quick.
Just underneath the arm and shucked out, so to speak, and he's got the 1.
2-1. That was a 2-second ride there, David.
You're telling me in a nice way there's no riding time to this point, so a takedown's going to win it. Unless it stays like it is, it'll be 2-1 Mueller.
These are two young men from suburban Chicago area.
That's right. Lockport, Illinois, and Franklin Park.
Made that trip out in here to the wilds on the other side of the Great Mississippi. Try their fortunes in the West. Jim Farrina of Iowa State manages again to take the leg away that Mueller has been striving so persistently to reach. Out of bounds. Again, Farrina is in the dangerous position for activity because he has already been warned and penalized 1 point. Spin around.
That's kind of a snap down counter by Farrina, but
not quick enough.
Mueller kept facing off on him, and they're back into the neutral position.
A lot of time left, lots of time, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Iowa leads in the meet 9-6.
2 minutes, gentlemen.
Cyclones are looking for one that maybe they thought originally they couldn't get.
Iowa.
Stalling call on Mueller. Stalling. No penalty. Next time it's a, excuse me, no, that was not a penalty point. Next time it's a penalty point. That was the first call for stalling against Mueller.
on the edge of the mat here. John Raber will look it over carefully, send him back in.
137, 137.
This is one the Iowa State team knows they have to have. They really have to have it. Because the Hawks are up 9-6 coming into the Iowa Power.
Minute 25 left in the third period. Mueller still out in front, 2-1.
There's a move on the leg again by Farrina. What will the counter be? Nice.
Oh, a body throw counter, what it amounts to.
And Farrina got his
head
knocked
hit.
out of him, I think.
Got his head hit, I believe.
Oh, really? Yes, it does look that
Here
way.
comes, he's in there real deep on that high crotch single. He gets a lift with it. Almost got him all the way off, comes down, and there comes the body throw, kind of an underarm throw by Mueller. And somewhere in there, looks
like he just got jarred loose when he hit his own face on the mat coming down.
It looked like it was in the forehead area.
And it looked a lot like he was going to.
Here comes our move here. Here he comes right now, going down. I'm looking for that. Maybe right there going against the side of the head on that. Right there.
Bang, right there.
Right there. There it was, right there. The head came to the mat. Just a moment before that, just the forehead hit to the mat, and that's where he got it.
And so Mueller maybe just turned into him just a tad, and I don't think Farrina wanted to take his head all the way into the mat. That was Farrina's best shot of the night.
Yes, it was.
You see some of the thousands and thousands of people in
that was a
Iowa Fieldhouse.
That's a pretty good blow to the head after you could catch their
the way it happened. Team physician is out there.
Get it over here. Let me get this.
You hear John Raber talking. He's the referee. King Mueller leads 2-1 with 1 minute and 10 seconds left. And Farrina.
Farrina's got to keep after him. If he keeps after him, he may get the stalling call again. But I don't look for Mueller to back up in there. Although he may get it pretty quick if he keeps makes another couple shots against Mueller, he may get the stalling call. Oh, there comes Mueller now in for a shot.
That keeps the Wolf from the door for a few seconds.
There it is. Out of bounds, I guess. I thought maybe he blew the whistle for the stalling call.
51 seconds left.
King looks like maybe he's favoring that knee a little bit more than I thought he might off there. He doesn't have that real good balance at this point yet that he usually has.
Down to the end. We're getting close. You hear the crowd in the field house. Let's go, King. And as you know, if you've ever been in the field house with a big crowd, it gets pretty noisy in here when everybody's...
Jim's tying up, and I think his best bet is to move in on that double or single. King's working on the upper body, maybe moving in on doubles.
He's been able to reach him. Here's 25 seconds left. No riding time either, by the way. "22 seconds. Farrina went all the way in, tried to get a double. Couldn't make it. Mueller holding on. Has a 1-point lead.
Got two right here.
Yes, it's a takedown.
Supporting parts were inbound. You can see the knees there, inbound.
And there it was, a big takedown right at the end of that period. With 8 seconds to go.
Come on down. What's the start?
Mueller 4, Farrina 1. And another swing match goes apparently here to the Hawkeyes.
Both boys are pretty well fatigued in this match.
No riding time. The winner, 4-1, is Iowa's King Mueller. The Hawkeyes now take a 12-6 team lead. There's King going back out. He looks like he is still not in the shape he'd like to be in.
I'm sure he feels that way too because of the injury he's had. Here comes our move here now. Notice that Jim comes in on the whizzer maneuver, kind of a hip toss, but there comes Mueller. The backside with a kind of a over and under Cornell ride type maneuver. That puts Jim to the mat for the 2. Supporting parts stay in.